I'll have to be honest with you. First thing I'm going to mention right up front is it's free. I like the service when it's free because, you know, you can tie up a lot of money in different services, and from experience I found out that sometimes you can pay a lot of money and you may not be getting that much out of it.
Good afternoon and welcome to GrainTV. It's May 22nd, 2013. To my right is Cody Bills and I'm Brock Schimbedo. We had a positive day for the grains in Chicago. Let's turn to a fire tip to see how we ended. Corn was up 18.5 cents for the old crop. Soybeans for July contract was up 16. Wheat in Chicago up 8 cents, and Kansas City was up 4 3/4 as well. You know, Cody, like I said, we did have a pretty positive day for the grains. It didn't start off the day like that, however. In the overnight session, we were kind of mixed on either side of unchanged for most of the grains here. But once we got the ethanol production and stocks figures out, we started to move quite a bit higher, especially in that corn market.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, the ethanol number that came out today was a very positive number, and it was a marketing year high. We had 875,000 barrels per day that were reported in terms of ethanol, or in terms of ethanol production. That's very positive. That actually is above what we would expect based on our model. And our model, we're still expecting to come in a little bit below current USDA expectations. But in terms of the overall expectations for this report, this Wednesday, I think this number was very positive. It beat analyst expectations. We even saw strong demand just based on the fact that stocks were at a 2-year low. Bottom line here, very strong. And if you look here at the daily corn chart, we're looking at a daily chart, a candlestick chart, each day or each candle representing 1 day worth of price activity. You'll notice that we were finally able to get over that 50-day moving average and close above it. I think this could lead to a little bit of a rally. It opens the door for if we beat analyst expectations for the export sales, I think we could end up filling this gap finally from the stocks report way back a couple months ago.
You know, those ethanol numbers did, you know, make a case for a little bit more bullish fundamental story for corn right now. Like you said, we were at the lowest stocks in over about 2.5 years or so. We're also at the largest production since late last June. So that's very bullish for the ethanol industry and corn in general on the old crop. You know, tomorrow's export estimates, we're only looking at about 100 to 200,000 metric tons for exports there. But if there is a story to be made in the grains for a strong fundamental story, I think it's in the corn market. Soybeans a little bit of a different story. We have been rallying pretty strongly in the futures market on the old crop, but really I don't think the fundamentals are there. And for tomorrow's export sales, we're only looking at 100,000 metric tons for old crop sales. So that's relatively really weak sales for soybeans right now.
Yeah, absolutely. The problem is, of course, domestically we have just incredibly tight stocks. But the basis move here just doesn't seem to support the futures move. We've seen this futures move, this futures rally here for the last 5 days, but basis seems to be dropping all over the U.S. And I am just a little bit concerned here. I know that we do have export sales booked, or really imports, taking South American soybeans. I know that there are some on the books to be imported into the U.S. And I think that if we get more purchases from South America, that could really put a damper here on this bean market. You know, we've been saying that we expect some kind of resistance on the high side of this channel. I think 15 is the last area that we should really see resistance. If it gets through 15, I mean, it could unravel a little bit more and keep marching higher here. But you know, I would expect 15 to put up a little bit of a battleground, especially tomorrow, and if we try and test it in the overnight session. Other than that, Brock, you know, export sales, you know, anything unexpected or any sort of sales for wheat? What's the expectations there?
Expectations for wheat are for up to 200,000 metric tons on the old crop. New crop's about 300 to 400,000. We're coming towards the end of the marketing year there for wheat. We are running, you know, a little bit ahead on the export sales to meet current USDA projections. You know, we might see a revision by the USDA in the June report coming up, but as of right now, that's what we're looking at for tomorrow. We did have a couple of export sales here today for corn in the new crop, 13-14, 360,000 metric tons going to China, and then another 180,000 metric tons going to an unknown destination. So the new crop is actually starting to pick up a little bit of steam for corn right now. Soybeans, we've also seen some sales there recently as well.
Well, that's good. That pretty much wraps up this afternoon's show, and if you have any questions about what we talked about today, give us a ring at 877-472-4607. Also, if you're interested in getting a charting platform like this on your own computer, you can visit us at grainhedge.com and take a demo of the Fire Tip Trading platform. Thanks a lot for tuning in. We'll see you here tomorrow.